because this lawnmower hasn't ran at all this year. And I kind of started working on it, but I pulled it apart before videotaping it. Now I've decided that I would do some filming. So what I came to the conclusion of was, like any lawnmower, over a period of time, I had already cleaned a lot of it up. Like, this is a magnet buried in the metal, and I sanded all of this down. Just polish it up a little bit, get it nice and good, because this is what causes the spark for the spark plug. Now I'm just gonna wipe off any of the magnetic dust that may plug up anything. And it'll really only sit on the actual magnet part. Just want to make sure we're all nice. Now, another part of what I had been working on, and I had already basically put some rust inhibitor on it. This is the Magneto. This is the Briggs and Stratton part that sends the electrical shock into the wire. So I just threw some rust inhibitor on it. I had already sanded all this back. This was all pretty much rusted and corroded. So if I throw some rust inhibitor on it now, then it'll help it stop from coming back. So basically just kind of clean the whole thing up. And this way, we can put these parts back together. This sat right here. I'm gonna connect that guy right there. That's that. Right there. I'm gonna slide this wire back through. I have to slide it back through. These small bolts. I'm literally gonna line this up by the rust marks that were already there. So this is a Lawn Boy, and we're using a 1/4 screw or bolt. That's going to hold this thing down. I'm just going to go snug because there needs to be like a little space between me see if we can start it now, actually. Can you go lay down? Where are you going? No, go the other way. Go! So this wire kind of goes underneath this and goes to here. The only problem is the pull start. You need to basically put it all back together to get this pull start turning. Alright, so this is for the carburetor. Basically got to put this pull start back. But I'd like to. This housing. See how the pull start works. As soon as you pull it, those teeth come out and they grab on the inside of that. I guess if I wanted to see if it started, I could literally just put socket to that. But I don't have one big enough, or I would have. This guy. This guy. dipstick. But you gotta pull it out of the oil reservoir because there's this little notch that it goes into like so, which holds everything down. Now I want to throw some plastic timber on that. That's where the ground wire is. Gently. So we don't strip it. As I take it apart, I always put the screws back where I found it, so it makes it a little bit easier to put everything back together. There's also another screw that holds this guy. It's like a shield. Goes in. You know what? That might be a smaller bolt. I think that one is there. And this longer one will go here. This little plastic extension. That one was actually a 5/16. We'll just put that one on. Snug to see. Get this thing running before we finalize the whole thing. Let's see. Let's see if we got this motor running. Let's see if we're getting spark. It smells like the fuel. I can smell a fuel, but I know we weren't getting spark earlier. So let's see. I wonder if we just need a new spark plug. Smell fuel on it. Let's place that somewhere where we can see metal. Wonder if I gotta clean out the fuel bowl. Probably. Might have to clean out that fuel bowl. I also didn't really see too much of a spark happening. At least this way. This way the fuel will go down the line instead of out. a pair of pliers to pull that hose off. I guess I could just drain it back into the fuel tank or the gas that I have. Maybe we'll grab a set of pliers. Gonna see first if a little bit of liquid fire will help start it. Still not a... I think it's still not getting spark, really. So I may need that whole spark plug fucking kit. Interesting. So I may need this whole piece. Anyways. I know the gas is fresh in it. Was to just basically, oh, these things are a little stiff. At least that way that fuel can run out. I probably could have just poured it out, but so we're not getting spark. And I know the fuel is fresh because I bought a whole jug of it just a month ago. So it can't be the fuel. But it sure feels like there is. When I pull that thing, I'm not getting spark. Is it empty? That was quick. Well, at least, even if, where did I put that cap? Even if we take apart this carburetor and clean it, at least we know that's clean. Mind you, for some reason I can't get. Oh, that's the right one. Maybe I need a short 3/8. bit better. What the hell? What am I supposed to get? What am I supposed to get at that? On this particular model, this spout, there's a hose, the hose for the fuel line, is right in the way, and it makes it impossible .3/16. Where's that other one that I had? Because that's supposed to fit on that. Yeah, it does. It's like I need a really long one. And this 3/8 is not in there, it's the 50. I didn't want to have to take it all apart, but I probably should have just cleaned the carburetor right away. But I didn't, so here we are. Take this shit off. Oh, for the screws that came off. This is why I like putting them back. So you don't have to look for, oh, it's because they're still here. Oh, there's the other one. That one. What's this one here? Oh yeah. No, I got those ones out too. little bit bigger. And 7/16. That's the guy there. Half inch. This might need to be replaced. Can't see what this bottom. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a lot of sediment. You look at the bottom of that fuel bowl. That could be definitely one reason why. Definitely not clean fuel. Hurts to I should get a bigger plug, a bigger socket on it, and just spin it to see. We don't have to pull it. There's all kinds of cracks in the hose. It could be the problem. But I know I just cleaned all this up, so that can't be the problem there. Look at this. Look in that fuel bowl. See all that stuff? That yellow stuff right at the bottom. Right there. That was in the fuel bowl. It's kind of like that's the bad gas that's in the carburetor. Let me grab some carburetor cleaner. I actually have very little carburetor cleaner to be straight up with you guys. Move this float off because you want to spray the carburetor. Oh, this is just blowing air. You're trying to blow out all the crap out of the holes. Even the way the fuel's going in. Maybe just some brake cleaner would work? Yeah, you know what? Got no carburetor cleaner, so what else we can use? Let's clean out everything in the bottom of this bowl. Definitely had a bunch of bad fuel in that. And I need to get a socket that fits that. I'll be right back. These two bolts here. Really bringing out the fucking all the tools right now just to do this. Let's have a drink break. Now, I've never done this before with just brake cleaner, because usually carb cleaner has lube in it. But if we let it dry, that should clean out any thing that touched my foot when it fell. Spray a little more into that and let it. Oh my God. Oh, this is empty too. I guess it's good. We didn't get to use lots. It's amazing how simple things can be. Literally, somebody invented this. And if you look at how it all gets put together, just like that little pin, this guy here, sits in that hole. And then when that fuel fills up, it literally goes up and plugs that hole that's allowing air mixture and everything else inside of it. So at least now we know that the carburetor is at least clean. Just snug it. So this guy. Exactly that. And another rubber gasket that sits right there. Crazy how intricate these little things are, right? That's the kill switch. Okay, we have that. Now the only thing is spark. Fuel bowl's clean. Obviously, we don't have to worry about an air filter because that's what's connected to here. Now I think it's pretty much this. We might need, I hope we don't have to, but this was 2008. So I think over time these things can deteriorate. Feel the sound of that car through having my finger there. Weird. I'm gonna get the bolt for that. Oh wait. I brought this kid out here. It's funny, nowadays you can't even get a tool set with a toolbox everywhere. It comes, I might not even have that size of bolt for here. Oh, that's the closest one. So that's a 1-inch bolt. I know I have a 1-inch. Let me see if we can find. That was 7/8. Let's see if we can find the 1-inch bolt. So we've got carburetors clean. We've cleaned up the magneto on here. Oh wait, what's that there? I didn't see that on that side. But that's actually what would keep that clean. You can see how it makes every time the mower passes, there's a magnet leading and trailing that sends a shock into this. And then that shoots it down that wire into the spark plug. So it passes again, top dead center, ba-bam, ba-bam, another spark. And that's how that works, right? So what I'm going to do, so we don't have to really mess with this, is I'm going to find a bolt. So we don't have to pull. We can just run it on the gun and see if we're getting spark. If we're not getting spark, then most likely this is dead. Let's see if we can find one of my bigger sockets in life. Walk with me to the garage, ladies and gentlemen. The dog is dying to get out. So much so, he's knocking tools over and stuff. Oh, you know what? I guess I got this big set right here. I should just grab this one in the first place. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, it looks like the biggest one's 19 though. Why does this feel wet? 21, 22. Why does everything look so rusted? I don't leave my tools like that. I must have lent it to somebody and then... Let's see if 15, 16 works. Seven. Is it 7/8? Man, I need to leave that to sit in the sun. Yeah, 15/16 is the next step over. Let's see if that's the right one. Oh, there we are. So, what we're gonna do, oh, I need to get the bigger socket, but I think what I can do, I think there's somebody stalking from behind me. Oh, look who it is. The most gorgeous animal alive. Who's like, oh, I don't mean to bother you, sir, but I want to go for a walk. Oh, that's what you want. You want to walk, eh? This poor guy, he's been waiting to get out all day, knocking over shovels and stuff, just to get my attention. Oh, this poor, gorgeous guy. Can't you see we're fixing a lawnmower here, Chunks? Oh, you don't care? You're too busy yawning? Alright, I gotta go get the other gun. We're gonna get the bigger flex gun. I could just get that tip, but I'd have to actually search for that. So I'm just gonna get the actual gun that fits that. And we're gonna put the spark plug in that magneto conductor and spin the lawnmower. Oh wait, we also have to hold that too. Fuck, I didn't think about that. Obviously keep my feet away from underneath that when we start it. Let's go grab the other parts we need here. Maybe we can get, I think I should get a playing card too to kind of put in between that. Well, technically it could be a business card, just so we have it perfectly aligned. Man, I really gotta cut my grass. Look at how tall this stuff is. Right? Look at it. This is why we're fixing the lawnmower. Look at all this back here. My own personal jungle. You know, some of these things are as tall as me. Like, look at this one fell over. But check this out. If I stand beside this, it's as tall as me. So there we are. Where's that big, ow. That big gun is right here. This is easier than looking for that bit. Got the big boy. And so, we will turn it over to see if that magneto is gonna fire up. It's just getting it done, right? Let me set up this phone again so you can see what we're doing. There. Be right back. gonna tape this. Make sure all of that is nice and clean. Oh, that's a brake. Inside of that. To slow it down. Interesting. I will say, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the first lawnmower I have worked on, but I do work on other things. All the principles should be the same. So, this, see, it's going to turn. Now, if you take that towards a piece of metal, you can check to see if there's any spark. Oh, I can feel it. Okay, we're getting spark now. So that's good. We are getting spark. So it could have been a fuel issue, that's why we had to clean that bowl out. But I'm going to take a piece of, actually, I shouldn't screw with this anymore, that's pretty tight. Here it says this. Right, so we got spark now. Throw that guy back in. So we are getting spark. I don't think it's the best spark, but it's a spark no matter what. That's tight. Throw that. I might just do. Okay, now that we've basically got all of that happening, I wonder if we'd even be able to start it without anything in it. I probably shouldn't keep tightening it like that. Now we can kind of put it all back together. So we are getting spark. Now all we need to do is get fuel into this thing. And that should work. Should work after this. There's that blower. Just to get the crap out of it. Everything's moving nicely. So it's most likely it wasn't getting proper fuel. Oh, where's my pit bull? I guess he doesn't want any freak mittens. So magnetic that it literally gets stuck to the side. Obviously, when I'm doing this, I'm not tightening the bolts with the gun. I'm just speeding up the ratcheting process. This guy? That's the right guy. My gorgeous pit bull guy. He usually comes running when I say his name. I'll throw this guy on. Pull this bolt, because that bolt goes through that, into that. And next time I could just do that. Next time I will do that. Instead of taking the whole tank off, you can just literally do that. Live, we learn. And some pulleys. This is why you keep all the bolts in the holes that you pull them out of. Just makes life so much easier putting it all back together. Okay. Now I just gotta attach this hose. The fuel hose. Then we gotta put some gas in it. I think I'll put new gas, considering it's not got old gas mixed in it. So let's get this guy right here anyways. I'm just gonna put a little in. Nothing too crazy. You probably need to put enough that it doesn't look like it's empty. You just won't fill it all the way up. I know this is fresh gas, so we shouldn't have a problem. Should start now. The only thing it could be after this is that the actual the magneto inside the lawnmower needs to be replaced. So it has to be that. Spark is weak. Let's try with a little bit of starting fluid. All right, well, oh, look at this guy. Solo soldier. Like my grandfather would say, just spray a little starter fluid in it. Well, Solo Soldier, I just took apart the carburetor, cleaned it out completely, and nada. I checked for spark, but to be honest, the spark looked really weak. So I'm thinking it's the igniter. The igniter is weak, and I need a new igniter, because it can't be the fuel, because the fuel line's clean, the tank is clean. The fuel was actually had a little bit of residue in the actual carburetor. The carburetor pan, which is right there, that carburetor pan had a little bit of residue in it. So I cleaned that out. But I didn't have carburetor cleaner, so I used brake cleaner and let it dry out. And now we shouldn't have an issue with the fuel. I think it's that igniter. That's the problem right there. That line that goes to the spark plug, because the spark plug's pretty clean. When I got this lawnmower, it was like brand new. Like the guy used it, I think, 3 times. I was like, just here, take it. So I did. And then I just kind of like used it a couple times. But I've left it out in the winter, right? Like in the snow and shit. And that's why it looks a little beat up. It actually looked way cleaner before. So now, I don't know how much carburetor fluid I should, or starting fluid I should throw in. I don't want it to blow up, but I do want it to start. That's for sure. No fire, he says. Take the spark plugs out, pour a bit of fuel in the hole. That's a good idea, actually. But how do I pour a little bit of fuel in the hole? It's a good idea because you'll get it running. But I did try using the spark plug stuff. Let's try some fuel down the hole. Fig Newton? No, they're actually, well, technically they are. But they come from the dollar store, so they're the cheap kind. My dog loves them. Okay. Let's do some. Yeah. I've never done that, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna go with some fuel in the hole. The only problem is, where the fuck did that sock? Oh, it's right there. Like I cleaned the plug. Look at how clean that plug is. It's like barely had any use. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna use this to pour some fuel in the hole. Let's just do a little bit of fuel in that cap. Might be a lot. It doesn't mean we have to pour all of it into the hole. Fuel in the hole. Let's see if that works. Let's see if fuel in the hole works. Oh, I think. I think we need more fuel in the hole. Okay, I like the fuel in the hole idea. Let's see if it starts. There's no primer on this thing, so. Wait, I gotta. Why is there no fuel getting in this thing? Just put more fuel in, I guess. let's just see if we can get it started. Okay, we'll try fueling the hole again. The cap comes in handy. I think I put a lot of fuel in the hole there. This thing used to start one shot every time. Huh. What could be wrong with the carburetor on this? I just cleaned it all out. Everything was fine. You know how long it can take me to cut the grass by keep putting fuel into the hole and then starting it? I'm just kidding. So the problem is the fuel. Okay, we've worked our way back to there's something about the fuel. I'm gonna get a small dish, pour the fuel that's in the tank. Or actually don't have to. The whole point of what we learned last time Just want to see if the fuel's flowing. Obviously it's flowing. Yeah, the problem was taking the carburetor off. That's good to know, that lid's cracked. There's fuel in the bowl too. Thing is, why isn't it staying running? Use that gas for something. So we got enough to start it by putting fuel in the hole. I have cleaned this out and the jets, but I don't want to do it again. It's crazy. There is no choke sticking aside from this. It's pretty free. There's no primer on the back of this thing. That's the only problem. Like, there's no primer anywhere on this. Okay, I know there isn't one on the back. I guess I gotta pull until it primes itself. Just like Cooper 50 said. Yeah, we got 1 Newton left. Newton's law says I just gotta keep pulling until this thing starts. My shoulder does not like that. Ever since I did that pipe railing, this part of my shoulder has been hurting like crazy. For like a good few weeks too. That's the crazy part. And will I with arms like Popeye? Okay. I'm gonna put this back together and we'll just give her. We're gonna keep pulling. That's all we can do because we know it's stark. It just needs to. It needs a little persuasion. Did you check and see if there's gas in it? We might have to go to the store to get some carburetor cleaner. prime the carburetor. There is no prime on this thing. There is no way to prime the carburetor. At least we get it started. We just need to keep it running now. I feel like I should go to the store and get some carburetor cleaner. Because the only can that I had is here. The thing is, I actually ran brake cleaner through all the jets and all the fuel intakes, and I let that dry out. But it has to be something blocked in the carburetor for sure. I agree with Cooper. So maybe the mission is to go and get yeah, I agree. It's not getting the fuel it needs. Yeah, the issue of compression was never crossed my mind because the thing is so new. Oil level is good and everything. But that one thing is it's probably the jets. As much as I hate it, I have to take the whole fucking thing apart yet again. Yeah, if the jets are blocked, it's starving for fuel. I agree. What time is it right now? Oh, look, it's 5:30. I used starter fluid already, Solo Soldier. I literally have starter fluid right there. And we have sprayed it. Just watch. It will start, but it won't stay. So, I'm going to ask Cooper, do you think I should take the carburetor apart and spray it again with brake cleaner, or should I go and get carburetor cleaner? Let me know. I think I should get carburetor cleaner. Okay, I guess I gotta go and get ready and leave. Maybe put some clothes on to go to the store instead of walking around with just a pair of shorts on. Go get me some carburetor cleaner. I guess I'll just leave this like this. Come back, start the video again. Stay tuned, because that store is not far from here, but it's gonna take me at least an hour, hour and a half to go there and come back. And yeah, it'll probably be like 2 hours before I start the new live. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get me some carburetor. I hear you, man. My grandfather actually worked on lawnmowers, and everyone would bring their lawnmowers to him. He had all kinds of tricks when he would come over. I would kind of watch him a little bit. People are loud over there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing. I'm on a mission to go get some carburetor cleaner, because that's probably what this needs. Because I actually have a post hole auger in the back that I need to get running too. And it's the same deal. It just sat for so long and then now it wouldn't start. So it probably got a bunch of bad fuel. But I did clean the carburetor on that one too. But I could be having the exact same problem. Who knows? Let's just do it. What else can we do, right? I'll see you guys in a little bit.